guys, welcome. This is Vince Del Monte from YourSixPackQuest.com, and today we're going to be asking a very important question, perhaps the most important and the most powerful question you can ask yourself before you order my Six-Pack Quest program. And that question is why do you want a six-pack? Now I'm going to be using the word six-pack to represent the highest level of fitness and health that you can achieve. And I know that many people watching this right now might just want to lose 20-30 pounds, fit back into their clothes, improve their health. They might just want to get a flatter stomach, and that's completely fine. Just realize that when I say six-pack, I'm representing the holy grail of fitness. Now I want you to give yourself a moment, and I want you to ask yourself, why do you want a six-pack? And after you ask yourself that question, I want you to ask, why? 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 So if you want to lose 20 to 30 pounds, why do you want to lose 20 to 30 pounds? To look better at the beach? Well, why do you want to look better at the beach? To impress a girl or guy of the opposite sex? Well, why do you want to impress a girl or guy of the opposite sex? Keep asking why. Seriously, if you think about it, a six-pack in itself is absolutely useless. And the main reason someone wants a six-pack is to buy something. Perhaps you want to buy respect, pride, sex, power, health, self-achievement, self-accomplishment, and all other sorts of motivations. But until you define that emotional why behind your goals, then you're going to have a very hard time staying motivated. And when I sent out an email to over 30,000 people on my database, the number one reason that people had a hard time getting a six-pack was a lack of motivation. And I had to ask myself, why are people not motivated? And it came back to this one question. They haven't sat down and asked themselves, why do I really want a six-pack? And I know for a fact, if you keep asking why, you're going to discover a very emotional reason. And most likely it's not going to be a logical reason like decreasing your blood pressure. That's a logical reason. I want to be healthier. That's a logical reason. I want my clothes to fit better. That's a logical reason. Those aren't very deep-rooted emotional motivations that are going to wake you up early in the morning, that are going to keep you focused when the temptations set in, that's going to keep you consistent. You need to find that deep, burning, emotional why. Let me tell you a little story. I had a lady in my office, and I asked her, tell me a bit about your goals. Why do you want to lose weight? And she told me she had a wedding coming up. And I asked her, well, plain dumb. I asked her, well, what's the big deal about the wedding? Why do you want to look good for your wedding? And she said, well, I actually want to fit into a wedding dress. And I asked her again, well, why do you want to fit into a wedding dress? And she said, well, it's my mom's wedding dress and she wore it. And I said again, why? Why is that a big deal? Well, to be honest, my mom's grandma wore that wedding dress as well. And I said, really? And tell me why that's important. Well, as a matter of fact, my grandma and my great-grandma wore this wedding dress. And I asked her again, well, why is that important? And as we kept digging and digging, she finally admitted that the real reason that she was in my office and wanted to lose fat wasn't to fit into her wedding dress, and not even because it was her mom's or her grandma's or her great-grandma's, but she didn't want to disgrace her family name. And until we uncovered the truth, we didn't have enough information to get her truly motivated, and now we've identified the real reason that's going to help her push through the tough times and get all the way to her goals. And I need to strongly encourage you to do the same thing and write this down, spend some time on this. Until you discover that deep emotional why, it's going to be a hard time pushing to the finish line.